Hello. We have a big area of high pressure sitting across Central Europe at the moment. Lots of fine weather here, but also for some low cloud, mist and fog getting trapped. So not entirely wall-to-wall sunshine, although for many there will be sunshine around through the middle of this week. Still looking rather more unsettled through parts of the Med though. Still some showers affecting Sicily, wetter weather heading towards Cyprus and strong winds down across the Aegean. Some pretty stormy seas for the Greek islands in the next 24 hours. Heading further west, and it's looking much clearer across southern Italy. We will continue, I think, to hold on to some fine weather for Sardinia, Corsica, the Balearics, but some heavier showers could push into the south of France. And then we have this frontal system, which will work into Spain and Portugal. That is going to bring some fairly persistent rain for some, as you can see, still raining across much of Portugal and western Spain on into Thursday. Looks quieter though for Scandinavia as the week moves on. High pressure building in here loses us that wet and windy weather. In terms of our outlook, you can see the likes of Budapest and Warsaw are, I think, likely to get stuck with some low cloud, mist and fog, and that will mean temperatures hovering just above freezing here. It's a similar story for Oslo too. The weather settles down, but it looks like we'll trap some rather cool conditions in place. Hello. Yet again, we look to the plains of North America to watch stormy weather developing through the next 24 hours or so. This area of low pressure will pull up a lot of warm air ahead of it, dig cold air in behind it, and between the two, the threat of some pretty punchy storms extending down across Oklahoma into Texas. We'll see some snow pushing up towards the Great Lakes, wet weather generally advancing into the Midwest. Winds easing a little for the northeast of the US and eastern Canada behind this area of low pressure that's made for a stormy start to the week, but still looking pretty rough for a time across the Maritimes. We'll see a series of low pressures rolling into the Pacific Northwest in the next few days. A lot of wet weather pushing into western Canada, some snow getting across into Alberta. For Vancouver, certainly a wet story through Wednesday, Thursday. Seattle escaping, I think, just with some occasional showers. Further south, still plenty of sunshine as we look towards the likes of Nevada, New Mexico and Southern California. Further east, sunshine for the northeast of the US and eastern Canada behind our low as promised for Tuesday, but still quite a cutting northwesterly wind, not as strong as it has been, but still a definite chill to proceedings. We will see the tail end of a weather front feeding some cloud into northern Florida, but it should remain dry here. The wetter weather will come with that next area of low pressure brewing up from the plains. Hello. Heat is building yet again across the core of the South American continent. We're looking at above average temperatures in the next few days for parts of Bolivia, Uruguay, Paraguay, southernmost Brazil and the northern fringes of Argentina. This weather front pushing in further south though will mean a different story for Buenos Aires. Once the rain arrives, we'll pull in some cooler air from the south. Still looking very unsettled for southernmost Chile in the next few days, and we now have the prospect of some more intense showers pushing across Venezuela, Colombia, into Guyana, French Guiana and Suriname. Tail end of a weather front also bringing some localised but intense thunderstorms to eastern Brazil for Caravelas, for example, on Tuesday. As we head further south, though, we're looking at some fine weather across Patagonia and also for the Falkland Islands. For Buenos Aires, a wet story on Wednesday, but the front clears through and temperatures lift again through the end of the week. Central America still besieged with showers. El Salvador, Nicaragua and Guatemala. Heavier rain digging further south into Costa Rica too. Continued risk of flooding here following on from all the rain we've seen of late. An area of showers pulling away to the east of the Dominican Republic should mean some brighter skies though on the way here, but plenty of showers as you can see in those areas indicated. Hello. Severe cyclone Gatti is now weakened away into just a depression. It will be downgraded to a low during the course of the next 24 hours. But we still have some strong winds and persistent rain for northernmost reaches of Somalia for Wednesday and showers in the Gulf of Aden. Further south, a frontal system will introduce some rain to the east of South Africa and also reduce our above average temperatures that we've seen in Zimbabwe and Mozambique as cloud pushes in here and some heavier falls of rain at times too. Still the risk of some showers along the northernmost coast of the continent, thanks to unsettled conditions in the Mediterranean. For Cape Town, as the cloud clears, though, in the coming days, our temperatures are set to rise up into the mid-20s. A dig down of colder air, though, into the northwest of Africa, thanks to a front coming into Western Europe, means some chillier conditions for Morocco and some wet weather for Casablanca. A closer look at the showers working their way through the Mediterranean, pushing into the northern coast of Egypt on Wednesday, and then eventually we'll see that wetter weather pushing across towards the Lebanon in the next few days. Generally across the Middle East, we are dominated by fine and sunny weather, but there are some of those showers around the Gulf of Aden, a little breezier here at times too. The Shamal, if anything, though, a little lighter through the next 24 hours, so visibility problems should be reduced. Hello. We look to the Bay of Bengal as we start this forecast, and the large white mass of swirling cloud here, cyclone Nivar, potentially becoming a super cyclone as it looms large on the coast of southern India. It will push into Tamil Nadu and Puducherry in the next 24 hours, bringing in very heavy rains, likely resulting in localised flooding and winds gusting up to 120 kilometres per hour. Very stormy seas through this part of the Bay of Bengal as well. Heading further north, and it's a cold front digging its way down out of Kazakhstan into Afghanistan. The whole little weather system pushing its way into northern Pakistan on Wednesday. That means below average temperatures for the likes of Tashkent and Kabul. Some snow across the Hindu Kush. A cooler, certainly than average day for Islamabad by the factor of around 10 degrees. And showers getting into northern India. Some of those could be wintry across Jammu and Kashmir. Showers for the Maldives. Some wet and windy weather just clipping into northern Sri Lanka around Nivar. Further north, some patchy fog could be quite persistent across Assam and Meghalaya, where the weather is much stiller and quieter. You can see temperatures do lift up a little for Nur Sultan in the coming days, but it looks like we'll see increasing cloud here as another weather feature moves in. Some very wet weather to come for Chennai, thanks to our storm. Hello there. Well, the seasonal rains across southern Asia continue to enhance. In fact, above average rainfall being seen now across parts of Indonesia all the way through into Malaysia and Singapore. Further north, a big area of high pressure centred up across China has been keeping things on the dry and quiet side, and also pulling in some unseasonably chilly air out of Russia into central and eastern China. Temperatures will, though, start to recover for many central areas in the course of the next 48 hours as we see this massive cloud surging up from the south into the high, and eventually that will feed some pretty wet weather through into Shanghai with the risk of some localised flooding. Further north, and the high pressure will hang on though for the likes of Beijing. There will be a lot of sunshine in coming days, but with a bit more cloud on Thursday, it is looking pretty chilly at just 4 degrees. For Australia, it's all about temperatures rising, though, through the latter part of the week, particularly across southern reaches of Australia, South Australia, through into southern New South Wales. A real spike in temperatures for the likes of Adelaide, where we're looking at figures 10-12 degrees above average in the coming days. New Zealand, with this area of low pressure sitting across the North Island Wednesday into Thursday, could well see some flooding. The rainfall totals really mounting up. It'll take until the end of the week for that low to pull away from Auckland.